Alolan Golem, a Pokemon that historically has not been very good in Gen 9, but with the return of VGC Regulation H, which bans all legendary and paradox Pokemon, Alolan Golem may have some time to shine. It has a 4 times weakness to ground with its rock and electric type, and it's a quite laughable speed stat of 45 base speed. So a weakness to fighting means it also gets victimized by one of the most terrifying and fast threats in the current meta, Sneasler. This laundry list of weaknesses isn't the end for Golem though. It gets its much needed redemption with its hidden ability, Galvanize, which turns all normal moves into the electric type, and gives it a 1.2 times base power boost. With Golem's slow speed, it can work extremely well as a trick room attacker. It also learns the move Explosion, which is a normal type move and has a whopping base power of 250. With Galvanize, it increases to 300 base power. Add on the 1.5 times electric stat boost, damage boost from a life orb, another 1.5 times boost from Terra Electric, and Explosion can one-hit KO most Pokemon in the format. Of course, the opposing Pokemon can just protect, completely wasting Alolan Golem for no damage. Fortunately, it has other great moves like Double Edge and Rock Slide, which help it deal damage outside of exploding. Let's be honest with ourselves here, there's absolutely no reason to use Alolan Golem. All I want to say is that if you are playing this game to have fun, it is kinda chat to just nuke the entire field and leave nothing left.
I have an announcement.
So if you are a big fan of explosions, yeah, this video is definitely for you. Alright, so here we have an Alolan Golem team. This is... I'll leave a paste down in the description. I'll leave some links to the original video where I found this, and yeah, I'll also leave the Poke paste in the description so you can try it yourself. So first, obviously, we have the Alolan Golem. This is obviously with the Life Orb to boost those explosions, make them extra beefy. Obviously, just like I said earlier, all these are Terra Electric and the Galvanize, and yeah, it'll make explosion just a lot more devastating. And obviously we have the Double Edge, just good electric stab option that Alolan Golem can go for if he does not want to explode. And obviously Rock Slide serves the same purpose, rock electric stab, and protect is a given. So obviously we're running max attack, make those explosions a lot beefier. Next we have the Indeedee. This also helps your size spam mode, but I'll get into that later. We have Dazzling Gleam as their attacking option. Terra Fairy, running those against that dark type weakness. Follow Me with Safety Goggles just helps you deal with Moongers a lot better. But mainly what you want to do when you pair Indeedee and Golem is basically you could either protect Trick Room, stall their opponent's protect turns in case they try to double protect against your explosion. Protect Trick Room, and then if it's against 2 fast Pokemon on the other side, you can just freely go for that helping hand with the explosion. And basically just wipe out everybody. Obviously we have the Rapscar. This is our main size spammer with the expanding force. It can set up Trick Room itself, obviously you can also go for follow me Trick Room. Yeah, we have the Revival Blessing. On Alolan Golem teams, this is quite common. You just want to bring that Golem back, and so it can explode again. So maximize your damage. And the good thing about Rapscar is beside Rapscar, you can free the explosion because of telepathy, which will make it not take damage from its allies. So basically, when you explode, your Rapscar will still be left there to revive your Golem, so you can explode again and again. We have the Bug Buzz for the the Bug Stab. Twister Spoon to make those expanding forces more powerful, just good size spammer in general, and Terra Psychic obviously. And we have obviously we make it just quite a bulky attacker, modest max special attack, just pretty simple spreads on the EV here. We have Garchomp, Choice Scarf Garchomp specifically, it helps with mainly speed control. It will help you deal with those Sneaslers, because as you can see, outside of Garchomp, if you didn't really include Garchomp, a Choke Chop Sneasler would kind of wipe this whole team. So Garchomp will help you with that matchup, with those Earthquake, Storming Tantrum, help with Sneasler's Poison type. Terra Poison here is mainly to also, it's like this is basically like a hard Sneasel counter. Terra Poison obviously will keep those resistances to the poison, Sneasel's poison stat, but also give you a resistance to close combat. Obviously the Choice Scarf, you can, if you don't take it out in one hit, you know, obviously you're still safe with that Terra. Just attack, defense, max speed here, obviously to maximize that Choice Scarf. And again, these two you can basically just Earthquake next to Rapscar. Pretty safe, like Earthquake spam and like expanding force spam at the same time. And obviously the NDD also like helps with this like quite high damage mode, cause that Psychic Surge can help remove grassy terrain, which would normally affect Garchomp's Earthquakes. You know, just reduce the power of Earthquakes. We have this Zoroark Hisui, this Hisuian Zoroark. Choice specs, you know, pretty standard set. It's quite fast on its own, so it doesn't, at max speed, it doesn't really need any like, yeah, at max speed, it is quite like a good cleanup sweeper. Obviously, we have the Hyper Voice, just a good spread move, normal type stab. We have the Terra Normal to, you know, boost those Hyper Voices. And interestingly, we also have a Hyper Beam. So this is basically to, you know, nuke those big threats. And under disguise, like if let's say you disguise Zoroark as Indie, they won't be expecting like big damage coming out, so they'll feel safer to like go for setup options. So you can hit them with the Hyper Beam and, you know, just like take out those pretty threatening options. Obviously Shadow Ball also for that that ghost stab. And Flamethrower is interesting, but it's just quite a good it's a good coverage option. But honestly, with your next guy, you probably don't need Flamethrower. You can consider some other options like Dark Pulse or some like Psychic option, or just like or Icy Wind. You know, you can consider those kind of moves. Well, with Hisuian Zoroark, you can actually go for like some like pretty insane mix-ups with the disguises. So for those who didn't know, like basically how disguise works is that Zoroark will disguise as whoever you send out last on, like, you know, like the open team screen, like whoever you pick fourth. So let's say this can make for some like pretty good mix-ups. So what I did with Zoroark was, when Dragapult Phantom Force, I switched in Zoroark into the slot that obviously Rapscar, which he was going to Phantom Force. And I took the Phantom Force and it said no effect on it. Phantom Force doesn't affect Garchomp, and obviously I fired back with a Choice Spec Shadow Ball and took out that huge threat in Dragapult. So yeah, this can make for some like good mix-ups if you wanna consider that. Obviously, lastly we have the Blaze Taurus, just a standard clear amulet set, bulk out, close combat, raging bull. You know, the norm. Helps you with those like fighting types. Dark types. Close combat will help you deal with like Hydreigon and like Incineroar. This is pretty good matchup into Incineroar, which I would say like kind of is pretty good counter to this team, especially against the Alolan Golem. You know, just to soften those explosions. And bulk out. I know this. The point of this team is to like hit with as much damage as possible, but I think bulk out will be a pretty good setup option on Blaze Taurus if you know you want to go more passive. Obviously, protect is a given. Just standard fast fast attacker set. You have that Terra. You have the Terra Grass, so you can, you know, just extra layer of protection against the Moongus, just in case you don't take him out with the first Raging Bull.